Hi everyone, I'm Jodi. Welcome to my channel and welcome to fall makeup tutorial number 2. If you haven't seen the first beauty look that we put together, you for sure want to check out that look. And then tomorrow there'll be a special bonus, a third look for you guys. And then of course Friday face off is on Friday. Today's look is going to be for those of you that do not necessarily like to wear a lot of eyeshadow. And you know who you are, and I know who you are, and so this look is for you guys. It's a fun look that can be adapted through the seasons with just changing the color of the lip or the color of the eye, or both. You can also wear more of brown tones if you prefer, or you could play this up and do more gold on the eyes. The sky is the limit. The important thing is just to know the techniques and how much of each product to place and where to place that product. But the color of the products is really where you can get super creative and go buy new stuff if you want, or pull out all the palettes and all the blushes that you have and create some really fun new looks. And that's what I love about makeup, especially in our age bracket. One, we're less concerned about what anybody else thinks about us, which gives us some freedom to do some creative looks. And number 2, it's just makeup. It'll wash off and you can start over. So while we are going to follow a few of the fall trends to put this look together, we are not going to have a trendy look when we're done. In fact, we're going to have this look. We're going to maturely modify 2 of this season's trends, the spidery lashes and the darker outlined lips. Whatever age you are, put this look together for yourself and add some creativity and some fun to it. So if you're ready, let's get started. This is one of my favorite looks, and I don't know why I don't do it more often. It's that look that's very focused around the complexion, the dewiness, the natural look of the complexion with some contouring, a little bit of shading and some blush, and then focused more on the lips, and the eyes play more of a supporting role to this look. And I absolutely love it, and I don't know why I don't do it more often. One of the things that I do to prepare my skin every evening is this Murad Resurgence. I've talked about this probably 6 or 7 months ago, and this has really made a big difference in my skin. I only do it at night. I use a half a pump, and the next day, this is what my skin looks like. The only thing I put on my skin this morning is my sunscreen, and it is, see how it's got a little bit of a glow to it. It's not shiny, it's not oily, it's just a healthy glow. And the days that I don't use this, I can absolutely tell the difference. Murad, this is the Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment. I included this in my, I think, spring skincare routine, and that routine has not changed. It will change as we get closer to winter and the weather starts to cool, but this has been one of those key products that I don't ever want to be without. And with September being skincare awareness, this is just one of those products that I can tell a difference when I don't use it. I'll add just a little bit of moisturizer to my skin and then we will get started. Today I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and just using 2 pumps. I'm just going to put that everywhere. You'll notice today I'm not as purple under my eyes as I was in the number 1 tutorial. And that's because I really watched what I ate yesterday. I didn't eat much sugar. In fact, I don't think I had sugar at all. I did have a half of a Coke. But that's all the sugar that I had. And it makes that much of a difference in the purpleness of my eyes. So if you find that you wake up and your eye area is really purple, I don't know that this works for everyone. I just saw it years ago and I can definitely tell when I've had too much sugar, but it makes it easier on my next day application of makeup because then I don't need to add a color corrector and a concealer to cover up my lack of self-discipline when it came to, it's usually brownies or cookies. So a light coating of your favorite, most flawless foundation is what you'll want to reach for. And I'm using just a dual fiber Kabuka type brush. This is by BS Mall. This is a very affordable brush. I get it on Amazon. This was one of my most affordable brush kits for 2022. And I'll link the video right here in case you are looking for some brushes. When it comes to eye brushes, I do use the Angie Hot and Flashy, the A504. I talk about that one a lot. That's just a perfect eye brush. But when it comes to face brushes, I find that these BS small ones really do the trick for me. Next, I just dabbed a little bit of my creaseless concealer on the back of my hand and then put that right underneath my eyes, up into this area where I get a little more purple, and then over my eyelids. The rest of my base makeup or my complexion makeup is gonna be powder today. So since I'm switching from any more liquids or creams into powders, and this is such a complexion focused look. I want to grab my face halo and go over my skin, and I'm really just sort of pressing this lightly, allowing this sponge to pick up or absorb any of the moisture or the oils from any of my moisturizer, from my foundation that I use, just anything that might have left a little bit of a residue. By removing any of that excess moisture or oil, it helps your foundation last longer throughout the day. And I do have dry skin in this area. By removing that excess oil, it does not make my foundation look cakier. It in fact allows it to last longer in this natural glow that it has now. Now, if you have matte foundation, then this will still absorb any oils that you have, and it shouldn't matte it down anymore. You're not taking away the shine, you're just removing any of the moisture that remains that you really don't want sitting on your face. Especially if you have oily skin, this is a really important step because this helps absorb any of that excess oil and keeps you from looking slick or shiny or greasy. And you know how your makeup can slide? This is one of those steps that really is helpful. And I forget to do it on my normal looks, but because I'm so focused on the eyes, but because this is a complexion-based look, this is just one of those steps you want to make sure that you incorporate. All right, now we're going to go in with just a little bit of a light blush. In our last look, we applied that blush on the outer corner of our eye, right in that center of our cheek, and then moved it out. This look isn't too much different. We're going to apply some blush right at the tip of our brush, and I'm using the Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Trio. When did this come out? Was it a year ago? I think it was almost a year ago. It was around fall, wasn't it, that this came out? And I want to take that outer corner of my eye and just go a little bit farther back for this look so that the blush is a little bit more on the side of the face instead of more towards the front of the face. And go right just like that and add as much as you want or as little as you want. This is again a complexion heavy look, so I want really pretty complexion with natural colors, natural blushing, flushing look to the skin. I like to start with a light hand on the brush and then just add a little bit more product and a little bit more product if I need to, versus going too heavy at first and then we've just got that muddy mess. So something like that, just up and away ever so lightly, going back and adding more if you feel like you need to. And then I'm just going to take what's left on the brush and go up into that temple area just to warm up that part of the face. So just kind of horseshoe that around onto your forehead. With that same brush, I'm going to get off any of the excess blush and go into, this is the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. And because it's fall, we're going to add a little less bronzer than we would for a summer look, but a little more bronzer than we would for a winter look. And for that, I'm just going to go up around here. You notice we didn't do a ton of contouring, so we're just going to warm up the face with this bronzer. I like to just go around my forehead, kind of that receding hairline. I like to pull that in. Again, this isn't contour though. We're just wanting to warm up the face a little bit. But in order to do that, you want that bronzer to go all the way back into your hairline and just add some dimension and a little bit of warmth. That's all we're trying to do here. And then bring it down your neck to make sure we're not two-toned. For this look, we want the eyes to be bright, so I'm gonna go back to my lightest concealer that I have and taking a synthetic brush, and I'm going right over my entire eyelid. I like to work where this product can set a little bit. That's why I put a little bit on both eyes and let it start to set up while I work with one eye, and then I can go back and work with the other one. You can do it however you want. There's really no rules. However you find that the formula of your product works best. Some people like to work really quick with it. Some people like to let it set. It just depends on the product, the heat of your skin, your oily skin, your dry skin. Are you an internal thermostat? Does your skin get real warm? And I know that can depend on different times of life. You can use an eyelid primer here first if you want. You can also use a cream eyeshadow instead of your concealer if you have one that you find really grips to your skin and any powders on top of it also grab well. This look is more dependent on a soft natural brow versus a harsh structured brow. Now I am cheating because I want as much brow as I can possibly get, so I'm combing these babies straight up, just trying to give myself a little extra look of brow that's not really there. Next, I'll grab a small angled brush and I'm gonna go into this color right here, which is Smoke. And I'm just gonna really go in and fill in that brow area. When you use an eyeshadow instead of a pencil, it's just a softer look to the brow. It's not as harsh, it's not as stark, and it can be more forgiving. So if you're new to brows and you wanna work up to having a more structured or stronger brow, start with a small brush and with an eyeshadow product first. And then when you get comfortable with the shaping that you like, then you can go into a pencil. And if you get really creative, you can go into a brow gel. That to me is the most technical. It just makes you go a little slower, and I'm not really into that. If it comes to my makeup, I need to get going. Once you put the shadow on, I just like to go back through and brush it. And then leaving this center part without any shadow to it, you want those brows to be a little more sparse right there in the center. The great thing about using eyeshadow for your eyebrows is that you can get so creative on the colors. If you just change your hair color, for example, instead of going and buying a new brow pencil, you can just pick up a different one of your just use a different eyeshadow. It also allows you to play with the tones. Do you like the warmer tones on your eyebrows? Do you like cooler tones? There's no right or wrong, other than you want to stay away from eyebrows being too cool, because then it almost looks more gothic, more just lack of color. You need a little warmth to your skin, and for me, it's the eyebrows that I always try to fall a little bit more to the warm side. And then you just go back and set those with any clear brow gel that you have. If you don't have brow gel, don't rush out and buy it. Just put a little spritz of hairspray on any eyebrow spoolie that you have and brush them up and forget about them. Now I'm going to take a medium-sized tapered brush and go into this light color here, which is called Crease. And I'm just going to put that on that outer corner where I already have natural shadows on the outer corner of my eyes, and just blend that really, really light. You almost don't want to see that it's there. So just really, really lightly. And the reason I'm doing this is because you want to sculpt out the shape of your natural eye so that your eyes don't get completely lost in this look and faded into the rest of your face. You want them to stand out on their own, but not too boldly, because this is more of a lip and complexion look. So you just want to add a little bit of shadowing to enhance that natural shadow that you already have in that outer corner of your eye. So I don't know if you guys are on Instagram, but I came across, there's just been so many nice people on Instagram lately that have positive messages, and I just love watching those, because if you turn on the news, we all know it can be a little harsh. And I wanted to share with this lady. Her Instagram is ms-HDIC. I'll link it right here for you. And she's so funny, but you get this burst of positive, you can do it, don't take no for an answer. With all the nastiness that's going on in the world, I enjoy having her just give me that little positive kick in the pants every morning in the most delightful way, if that even makes sense.
And you will be amazing today. You can and you will be successful today. You can and you will be phenomenal today. Now go out there and be great in their face. Fix your face and know that you are everything, and everything is you. You will not let anybody ruin your day today. Now go be fabulous, honey. And you have a good day on purpose, huh? You're welcome.
If you guys follow somebody on Instagram that's really positive that you would like to share with the rest of us, leave it in a comment. You won't hear me talking about the Jaclyn Hill scandals on this channel or any of the makeup beauty guru scandals. That's just that. This is not a drama channel. I have no desire to talk about that stuff, but I do like to share positive gossip. And that was a phrase that was first brought to me by an old coworker, Lori Chamberlain, years ago. And I love that concept. So if you know of something positive and good that we can share with others, like these positive Instagram channels, leave it down below if you would, and let's let others find out about it, so that instead of hearing negative stuff in the world, we can talk about positive stuff. All right, so I just did a little bit of a curl on my eyelashes. Now I'm gonna go back to that small brush that we used on our eyebrows, and I'll go back to the palette. I'm gonna grab the darker brown, which I believe is Lash Line in this one, which is perfect because that's exactly what we're gonna use it for. We wanna take that eyeshadow and push it right into that lash line so that it looks as though our lash line, where our lashes are, is fuller, more bold and strong, without it looking like we've applied product there. We just want our lash line, but bolder. So I don't want to have it look like there's an eyeliner. So really pushing that little tiny strokes into the lash line. So you should have something that looks similar to this side when you're done. And once we apply mascara, it'll really make this eye pop. So did you guys try look number 1 for fall yet? If you did and you posted it, tag me. I'd love to see your work. I'm sure you took it to another level and did amazing with it. I love it when you guys take these looks and make them your own. And I get a chance to see them, so thank you for that. And I'm excited about the third look. The third look is probably more of my signature everyday fall look, but this one I don't know why I don't do it more. Next we're gonna go with the highlighter. I'm gonna grab the Natasha Denona palette again, grab a little bit of that powder highlighter on a big fluffy brush, and I just wanna go in that corner of my eye ever so lightly, so I'm holding to the back of the brush, and bring that over to that darker color that we added earlier. That little bit of shadow on the outer corner, because again, I'm not trying to create any type of an eyeshadow look, just a natural glow. This is called spot highlighting. So now that we've added it to our eyeshadow, we want to add just a little tiny bit underneath the brow and a little bit right on top of that blush that we used earlier, a little right down the center of your nose, and a little right in the Cupid's bow. Next, using that same small brush, I'm going to go back into this color Crease, which was the color that we used on that outer corner, to define the lower part of our eye now, very similar to what we did by defining the upper shape of our eye. Pressing that color right into your lashes to help just define the line. If it's too dark in the beginning like this one is, no problem. You just keep going over it until some of it falls away. You can also go over it with a lighter color, or you can just brush some of it obviously with your finger. Now we'll go in and add some mascara, and I'm going to go in with this Thrive Cosmetics mascara that I have recently discovered, that I wish I had discovered before, that I love. And what I've been doing is using 2 coats of this and 1 coat of the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. And let me just tell you, that is a look for the ages. When they say that one of the fall trends is big, bold lashes, it's easy to create with a few different mascaras. If you like lengthening, the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, even though it says voluminous, if you saw last week's Friday Face Off, it just gave more length, I thought, than more volume. But volume came from the Lash Princess by Essence, the false lash effect. And I will link that video at the end of this one. So if you haven't seen it yet, you'll want to check that out if you're looking for a good mascara. This Thrive mascara is amazing. This is 1 coat. And again, one of the fall trends is bold, spidery type lashes. So not so feathery and not so individual, but a little bit more, not clumpy, but clumped together. So that it gives you a little bit more of that spidery effect, which plays really nicely with this look that we're doing. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara. I am gonna go ever so lightly to the bottom lashes, putting more of that product on the lash root and less of the product on the tips of the lashes. I really just want the majority of the darkness that comes from mascara right at that lash line, at the root of the lash. If you get too much mascara on the very tip of that lash, that's when you start to get more transfer underneath. There's more product, if you can imagine, that's closer to your skin. It's more accessible to the heat that comes from your body. So you get a little bit more of that transfer. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry while we go and put on our lipstick. Since this look is more focused on complexion and the lips, I'm gonna go in with Lay Down the Mauve by Wet n Wild. This is a gel liner. And I'm gonna start by outlining the 2 points of my lips, and then we'll go from there. When you do a darker lip liner, it's important that you open your lips a little bit to finish this application, just to ensure that you didn't leave any corners unlined. Then just go back and fill that in. You guys already know what I'm gonna ask. Are you doing this with me? I hope you are. If not, that's okay. Fall lasts for a few months. And if you wanted to take this look into the holidays, you could just add more gold on the eyelids and a more burgundy deep color to the lips. Same application, just more bold colors. You could also carry this into spring with very pink lips, really light, almost iridescent or silver, or a light pink or a pastel or a nude pink on the lids. It's just changing out a couple colors. But if you have a look that incorporates glasses, this is one of my favorite looks with glasses. Here's a quick dupe for you guys. This is the Lip Tattoo Liquid Lip by Dior. Really pretty. I think it's about $45. Here is Witty by Maybelline Vinyl Super Stay, which you guys know I love. I think I'll go with the Maybelline. The thing I love about these Maybelline Super Vinyl Super Stay, it's like 5 words, what is it? Super Stay Vinyl Ink. The thing I like about these is A, they come in a lot of different colors, and with some liquid lipsticks, the next day your lips are so dry that you are paying for having a good liquid lipstick. These did not do that. The day I wore them, my lips were great all day and they lasted all day. Through lunch, through dinner, through the evening. And my lips were not dehydrated or dry or cakey or hurting the next day. So I love these. As I've joked before, it does say that you should not put these on near an open flame, which I tested it. I put this on a piece of paper and lit the paper on fire. These did not blow up, but it does say to not apply near an open flame. So just know that. Not only does this look incorporate longer, bolder lashes, which is a fall trend, you can also incorporate that bolder outlined lip and lighter inner lip, almost as if it's an ombre type. To me, when that's done too extreme, it's too obvious of a look, and I don't care for that look on me. So I like to maturely modify that look and just take a little bit of my cream highlighter. You can also add a little bit of a powder highlight to it as well, just so you get a little bit on your finger. I like to smash it so there's no chunks in it. And then place that right down the center of my lips. And work that into your lips a little bit, and there you go. So how easy was this look? Really easy, right? And this is a look, again, that you can pull off any time of the year just by changing some of the colors, incorporating the colors of that season. And I think you'll love this look for many years to come. I hope you did it with me. If not, save this video, forward it to a girlfriend that you think might also want to try some new looks for fall or any time of the year. And as a special bonus for this week, I will be back tomorrow with the third and final look. And then of course on Friday is Friday Face Off, so you never want to miss that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you've watched at least 2 of my videos, it's time to subscribe. Just hit that button. It means a lot to me and helps the channel grow, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.